Hey sis, what is your deal, huh? Seriously, what's the big idea here? I mean, really, you better explain yourself to me right now and tell me why you think what you're doing right now is remotely okay. Why in the world are you here for me introducing my fiancé's family to our family? What game are you trying to play here, huh?
Anya, what on earth are you talking about? You just said you brought over Francis's family to meet our family. You realize that includes me too, right? Besides, if anything, I should be the one asking you what you were trying to pull. I had to hear about this happening from Mom. I almost wasn't able to make it here to meet Francis's parents.
That was kind of the whole point of not telling you to begin with. Did you really think that I hadn't already realized that? You think I'm doing all of this on accident or something? Of course I'm not!
But I don't get it. I mean, I was so shocked when Mom called me on the phone to ask what time I would be coming over. I told her that I had no idea what she was talking about, and she had to explain to me everything that was going on. I didn't even know what restaurant we were all going to be meeting at.
I still can't believe that Mom just had to go and run her mouth to you. She had no right to tell you that this was going on. I was doing so well at making sure that you didn't know this was going to be happening, too.
But I still don't understand why you wouldn't want me there to meet the family that you're about to marry into. I mean, the rest of the family is all there with you, right? Like, are you really telling me that I'm the only one out of all of us who isn't there right now? That's what I'm just finding so hard to really wrap my head around right now.
I didn't want you there because I didn't want to suffer the humiliation of having to introduce you as my sister. Surely you could have guessed that much.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? You don't really mean that, do you? I mean, I know that we've had our differences in the past, but surely you realize that you're taking things too far with this, right?
Of course I do. Just think about it. I went to an Ivy League school and graduated with honors. Francis also went to an amazing school and works for a huge company now. You really think that I was ever going to let you get anywhere near my elite fiancé? Really, just stop and think for 1 second. Why would I ever let that happen? You really are silly if you thought that there was a snowball's chance in hell of letting something like that come to pass. You didn't even graduate high school. You had to go back and get your GED. And now you just run your sad little shop.
Are you kidding me? Did you really think that's all I've done with my life? I mean, I know that you really approve of all the choices that I've made in life, but you have to know that there's more to me than that, right? I mean, we're sisters, for crying out loud. You know that I'm more than just my education, don't you?
Oh, please. I know you try to hide from everyone how sad and pathetic your life really is, but it's high time someone broke you out of the fantasy world you're living in. That's why you need to learn your place and know that I'm not going to let you get near my man, so I would appreciate it if you could just respect my wishes and buzz off. If I haven't made it clear that I don't want you around now, then I don't know how else I am going to get through to that thick skull of yours.
Are you telling me that you're really too embarrassed to have me meet your future in-laws and even your fiancé at all because I didn't go to college? You know the whole reason I had to drop out of high school in the first place was because of the horrible car accident I was in. I mean, you didn't think that was something that I wanted to happen, right? You know how much physical and psychological stress that put me through, right? That was one of the worst moments of my entire life. I had to go through months and months of PT and just didn't have the time or energy to put into going to school. I had to focus so hard on getting better and keeping myself together just to make it to the next day. You have no idea the amount of pain I was in while I was trying to recover from what happened. But I worked hard after my recovery to be able to go back to school and finish my GED. If anything, I think that what I accomplished is something to really be proud of. I picked myself up and took steps to improve my future bit by bit. I made do with what I had, and I think I did great for the position that I found myself in.
Well, I'm glad that you're proud of all of that, but to me it's just a big blemish in our family's history. And the fact of the matter is that you still only have your GED. You're nothing. Do you understand that?
How can you say that about your own sister? I really just don't get you. I mean, don't you see at all why what you're saying is wrong? You can't just treat people like this. I don't understand why you're being so cruel to me right now. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, it's the truth, so that's all there is to it. Besides, it was clear to me that you were just trying to flirt with my fiancé and steal him from me.
You really don't think that's what was happening, do you? We were just having a friendly conversation about what I do for a living. Francis seems to think it was interesting that I made my living growing and selling my own produce through my cafe. That's all we were talking about.
Ugh, I seriously don't even know why I bother with some poorly educated little nobody like you. You always ruin everything. And who cares about some idiot playing pretend in a cafe? You really think that's going to last longer than a couple more years? Your business is going to fail, and then you're going to have nothing to show for your sad, pathetic life. You should just learn your place and remember that you've always been a nobody and that you'll always be a nobody. And that is just that simple.
I really wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. I'll have you know I'm working hard every day to make my cafe succeed.
I don't care at all what you're doing. Just don't try and do anything for attention around my fiancé ever again. Do you understand me? I don't know how many times you are going to make me make myself clear for you at this point. It's embarrassing enough just being your sister. But if you're going to try and interfere with my life, then I am going to...
explains why you were so interested in what I do for a living. I had no idea that you had such a penchant for agriculture, though. But yes, you're right. It can be difficult to find people who really have any idea at all about what they're talking about.
And since I live in the city now, I don't have nearly as much as I did back home to be able to grow things. So talking to you was the first time I'd gotten to talk about that kind of thing in a long time. Besides, I just think it's so amazing that you grow your own food and incorporate that into your cafe business. To be honest with you, it's always been a dream of mine to do something like that. So anyways, I just wanted to say once again that I'm happy to have gotten to meet you today, and if it's okay, I'd love to see your garden and cafe one day.
Well, by all means, feel free to stop by while I'm open, and I'll arrange a tour for you. I think that could be really fun, in fact, so I insist that you go ahead and do that soon. We'll have a blast! In fact, I have a spare corner in my garden that's not really being used. You could grow something there if you wanted. I know that I tend to go a little crazy when I travel for long periods of time, and realize that I don't have any plants to take care of. So, if you missed that, you're more than welcome to use my spare plot.
Wait, really? Do you mean that? That would be amazing! I hope I'm not being forward in saying that I would love a chance to do that.
Well, as long as you take care of that bit of land and don't make it something I have to look after, it's all yours.
I don't even know what to say. It's been so long since I last got to garden. This really is amazing. I have to say, I'm really quite surprised by you. Anya told me you two didn't get along so well. So this whole time I was expecting you to be some kind of cruel, cold ice queen. But you're just a warm, kind-hearted person with a green thumb.
I really think you're being too kind with that description, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Wait a second, I got it! What if we hired you to cater our wedding? We would love to have some of your cooking there for everyone.
You want my cafe to cater your wedding with my sister? Are you sure about that? I mean, I don't know. I would hate for you to feel like you have to do this out of some sort of obligation or something like that.
Of course! We've already started the plans for the wedding and everything like that, so I know I'm not giving you a lot of time, but even just a simple menu would be amazing! I just think that would be a really special way to feed everyone on the big day.
Wow, Francis. I don't know what to say except that I'm honored you would ask this of me. I mean, really, this would be huge for me, and I would really, really appreciate the opportunity to be able to do something like this. But what makes you so sure that my cafe's food is even good enough for all your guests? I'm just wondering what makes you think that you can really count on us to give you the experience that you're looking for with your wedding.
Well, it's just that my parents are gonna be there at the wedding, of course, and as you might have noticed, they are getting quite old. Both of them actually have trouble even chewing meat now, so knowing that you have a whole vegetable garden and a menu full of good options in your cafe, I'm sure you're the right choice.
I see. Well, okay then, if you're really sure about this. I mean, please, feel free to change your mind right now if you want. Again, I really do not want you to feel any kind of pressure regarding this at all, okay? You do not have to go with my cafe if you don't want.
Well, the other thing that really makes me think that it would be a good idea to go with your cafe is that I always find wedding food to be so heavy, and I think having more veggies would make everyone feel better and prevent anyone from getting too sleepy. Besides, I have a couple modeling friends who I'm inviting, and they've been bugging me a lot about the menu, so this is a way to address some of their worries.
I see. Well, I suppose people are wanting to eat more vegetables for all kinds of reasons these days. But anyways, if you're sure you'd like to hire my cafe, we would be honored to cater your wedding.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm so happy that we got to meet each other. This is going to be perfect. Sometimes the world really does just set up the pieces in just the way they need to be, huh?
And I'll spend some time thinking of a menu worthy of a wedding. Thank you so much for giving me something to do at my sister's wedding.
No, we're the ones who should be thanking you for being an option.
Of course, but I think it might be best if we keep my involvement a secret from Anya. I just don't think this would go well if she found out beforehand.
Wait, what? You mean you don't want me to tell my sister that you're catering our wedding?
Well, it's like you said, Anya and I don't really get along all that well, right? So I think that's why she shouldn't know my role in this. Just tell her you found some standard catering company and leave it at that.
Huh. Well, I suppose you would know how your sister would react better than I would. And who knows, maybe the surprise might help push you two closer.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that. But anyways, I'll help you just as long as we keep it a secret from my sister.
Well, okay then. If those are your conditions, then I'll keep my mouth shut.
Don't tell me that you're actually so stupid that you don't even know how to tell the time.
I came here at this time because I have things to get ready, if you must know.
And just what is it that you have to get ready, huh? Did you need to try and practice fitting in with all the amazing people who are going to be here? Well, don't bother, because I don't want you here anyways, so just go home and never come back.
You really have no idea what you're talking about right now, do you?
I know that I've kicked you out, and that's enough. There's no place for you here, so why don't you just turn around and let me get married in peace? Just go back to your stupid little cafe and keep it running so that you can put off the inevitable.
I'm telling you that I can't just go back to my cafe today. I came here for your wedding, and I am going to see it through.
Am I supposed to find that kind of language kind or comforting? I'm telling you that I don't want you here, so why don't you just beat it?
You really mean it? You really want me to just turn around and leave?
Let me break this down for you. Both Francis and I went to amazing schools. Everyone who is coming to this wedding are also all the upper crust of our society and top people in their field. There simply isn't room for a poor little nobody like you to hang around here, so I don't care what excuse you have to stay longer. You're simply not wanted.
I don't get why you're always putting me down just because I didn't go to college. Aren't you proud of me as my sister for achieving all I have in spite of what I've been through?
I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, if all you've done is opened up some crappy little cafe, I would just be insulting you if I pretended like I was impressed. Especially when your business just isn't going to last all that long anyways. Speaking of, you really should get back to work now, don't you think?
Are you really sure you want me to leave then? I mean, if that's really what you want me to do, then I guess I can do that for you.
How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? Yes, I want you to leave. Go! It really isn't that hard. Just go back to your crappy little cafe to make your crappy food and serve it to your crappy customers.
I see. Well, okay, I can do that. But your guests are going to have to be satisfied with just water then.
What are you going on? Everyone is about to arrive, and there's nothing for anyone to eat. You have to do something about this. We hired you for this, didn't you? So why don't you get back here and do your job right now?
Sorry, but I've already returned to my cafe to do my job, like you said. I asked you over and over again if you were sure that you wanted to send me home, and you made it very, very clear that you didn't want me anywhere near your wedding.
Well, I am telling you something different now, so hurry up and get back here, or else I am going to flood your shop with negative reviews.
For doing what? Following your orders and turning around? Again, I give you plenty of chances to change your mind, but you just kept on insisting that I get out, remember? You were the one who canceled my services at the last minute, so I don't really see how you can even try and spin this around on me right now.
But you don't understand. You need to get back here right now. Francis is saying that if you don't come back here, he won't marry me. Wait, now he's saying that the wedding is off anyways. How did this all happen so quickly? Why would you ruin my wedding like this?
I didn't do anything to ruin your wedding. It's not my fault if your husband didn't know the kind of person you really were.
But, I don't get it. Why would he be taking your side in this? He's not really going to leave me just because I made fun of your lame job, is...